The American Dream lives on. The Dusty Tag Team Classic starts right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Man, I thought I was gone, didn't y'all, man? Listen, went over there, man, to go back home, check on everything, make sure the family was all right, everybody living their best life. Got caught in the blizzard, got sick, got healthy, came back. TK, I swear they trying to kill me out there, man, with this blizzard, man. I don't miss the snow at all.
I thought you were saving lives.
Girl, man, you just hard fighting crime out in the streets. Velveteen, Mack, your host here. To the far, far, far left, we gonna start with my man. Got that beautiful website, realtalker.com. I was just on there, man. I was scrolling. I was browsing all over that joint, man. That's the Jim Alexander.
Hey, nice shout out. Thanks to the shout out to the site too. I just did an interview with Nikki Bella, so that's going up there soon.
Nice.
Put yourself over, brother. Man, listen, my girl. She did such a good job last week. The indie queen, the indie girl. Anissa Barr. What's good, girl?
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, man, they got my girl to the far left. The mover and the shaker, man. The black girl from the great white north. TK Trinidad. What's up, boo?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man. NXT was lit, man. 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to show you what you can do in 90 minutes. I don't want everybody to get all crazy. I don't want everybody to get all excited like this is what they should do. Mm-hmm. They do a lot in 1 hour. Pump the brakes. Calm down. It's a nice, compact 60 minutes of action. Yep. Let's not get crazy. Every now and again, you can drop 90 minutes in and show everybody what you can do. There was a lot to get into. There's a whole lot of tag matches. It was amazing. I'm telling you, everybody on every tag team on this roster can get it. Mm-hmm. Jim, give me your thoughts on just the overall night, the 90 minutes of action, the tag team matches, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Best tag teams we saw tonight on all three brands.
Bruh.
Straight up. I can't think of any tag teams really on other brands that are as quality as this group is. I mean, anyone could have won tonight. That's the thing.
Crazy.
We had so many good matchups, so many unpredictable finishes. I loved it. I thought it was just top notch.
Thoughts on Anissa Barr?
I thought it was really fun. Bringing back the old dusty, tag team champions. This is what WWE is now focusing on their, Raw and SmackDown, their tag team. So let's see what happens with this tournament. And, right now we can't really tell who's going to win, but...
TK, so we talk about it how the tag team divisions are not as prominent on WWE. They've kind of they lost their luster. They're not as great.
They're not as exactly what you're saying. Prominent.
You know what I mean?
You're not seeing them.
So what's your thoughts on this? Literally just the emphasis. Every time this comes around, it feels like this is what tag teams should be about. What were your thoughts on tonight? And just the different types of tag teams you see too as well.
Well, I think they just have. I don't know if the right word's quality, but the tag teams are just really. The tag teams are just they're just better for some reason.
Yeah,
the storylines are a little bit tighter. They just tend to be a little bit better than both brands at the moment.
That's what I say. And before I move on, before we get down to it, I just gotta get your general thoughts. The Jim Alexander, the heel.
That's right. I'm fixing my hair right now. It is.
Listen, it's live, baby. You can do what you gotta do. All I want you to. All I want you to do, man, after you fix your perfectly coiffed hair, read that live read, and before you leave it out, I want everybody to know I'm working on the GoFundMe page to get Jim his security details, because I'm telling you right now, this has been a big topic. People been in the Instagram and the Twitter, they've been asking me about the security detail, and I'm working on it, man.
Have people been coming after you?
Man, I'm working on it. Jim.
Listen, I ain't afraid. I'm not going to even read. I'm going to cut a promo about this.
Oh, snap!
So this is what I do best.
Let me sit my time.
All of you who love me out there, and even those who don't, we do appreciate you tuning in every week to watch NXT and all the other shows that you watch us on for wrestling and all the other stuff. So thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk, and make sure to keep on commenting. You guys are doing a great job at that, so keep it up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, and if you are on iTunes, 5-star rating, Booker T and comment on there too. So just leave the comments. Come at us. We read them, and especially I do when you come at me. So I know exactly who wants to throw me down an elevator shaft.
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah,
you have a fan, though. I like this guy, Jim. He actually speaks the dang truth.
He must be lying. There's no way.
Bro, you be surprised. You got some people in your favor.
Yeah, I guess it's working. So
for real. No, shout out to Dan. Shout out to Rocky. Shout out to Bosa, of course. Austin Jackson, Dylan, DJ Sip. What's really good? Dan, Dylan, you know I love you, man. What's going down? Charlene, what's usually in there? War Hero 99. What else we got? Man, Marie in there. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Everybody.
Everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate
right.
y'all, man. Thank you for joining. Jim, I have to ask you a couple questions, man. First of all, I appreciate you for last week, man. Holding it down. Holding down the fort, man. Dodging all the fire, all the shrapnel and whatnot. But shout out to Johan Pena. And shout out to Uptime. But shout out to Johan Pena for letting me know something about Tommaso Ciampa. I wanted to talk about that really quick before we move on, because it changed a whole bunch of things in NXT. Literally, the whole landscape of NXT is about to change. For the better, for the worse, we don't know. Tommaso Ciampa scheduled to undergo neck surgery. Dave Meltzer, I first reported the news in the Wrestling Observer Radio, saying that the NXT champion won't be back for a long, long time, was his quote. That's crazy.
If ever. I mean,
when you hear a long,
neck
long
surgery,
time,
you think about Edge, Lita, I mean, Paige in a
Austin.
sense. Yeah, I mean, just Austin. There's so many of that's something you don't want to mess with. So my favorite, potentially, this is the last run.
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
What do you think about that, Anissa? What do you think about the injury?
I mean, I feel bad for him because this is the second injury within a year. I mean, he was gone for so long with his leg, I believe, or something with the leg. And then now he's here doing what he's doing best, and this stuff happens.
In the best shape of his life, in the best moment of his life, the best storyline of his life. This is
the face of NXT.
Oh, without
let's
question.
be real here, yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, well, let's be honest. Like, the great equalizer in wrestling, in all of wrestling, especially the main product, is injury, man. Like, it has changed so many landscapes for so many people's careers, for better or for worse, in so many different ways. So this is now it's wide open. Now we don't know who's going to be a takeover going for the title. Now we don't know what they're going to do. But I do have a sneaky suspicion, Jim Alexander, who could be.
Don't even.
Me too.
We got a sneaky suspicion who could be. Let me sip on my
Pity
Uptown.
title run. A man has to have a career potentially altering injury for this dude to get. This is even worse than
Jim,
like.
what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Gargano.
Oh,
Okay? That's what I'm talking
about him.
Oh, well, I am. So this is where it's setting up right now. He's going to get a pity title run, which is kind of fitting because he couldn't take it away from Ciampa if it was a legitimate one-on-one. So here he goes.
I'm almost guarantee you he was winning that title too.
Yeah, I think
I like your cup.
with or
Good one.
Shout out to the Hulk.
I think with or without the injury, and obviously the injury is, you don't want that. But
Absolutely not.
I think Gargano was on his way to, like, how they're setting up. That was gonna be
His final moment, beating him in the final match. Tommaso moving on, whether he be received in the mainstream or not a problem. When you deserve to move up, I don't give a damn what the fans think. Let me be clear when we talk about how fans don't respond to like people moving up, that doesn't mean they're right. I don't give a damn what they think, to be honest with you. Somebody gets a call up, they deserve to call up. Just because mainstream fans don't watch NXT, that is not my problem. That is not a Tommaso Ciampa problem. That's a y'all problem. This dude he shouldn't just hang in NXT for his whole life because everybody like him. Damn it, move up. But anyways,
Not for everyone, though.
Jim,
don't wish it for everyone, because some guys will never thrive.
Jeez.
I already know who he's talking about. We get to the first matchup of the night. We got Ricochet and Black and this haphazard thrown together team with two talented guys. I mean, they are, man. These man.
So are they, because they're saying that they're on the main roster, but then they come back to NXT. So because before it was like, okay, they're just debuting, but they're
there every week now.
They both said that they're on the main roster. So is it?
I think they're just gonna do it for the tournament, and they're not gonna win it.
Yeah. They might be in the final and then lose.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Going against it was. You're right about that. Bartel and Eichner, pretty good match. With Black and Ricochet winning with that nasty ass black mask. Damn, I'll let that finishing move. But take me through the match, Jim. What do you think about the match? Do you like these guys together? Do you see this tag team lasting? You think it's just
they're kind of misfits that work together because they're two very different wrestlers and even their look, but something about them, just their styles, kind of work together as a tag team. They're a unexpected kind of successful team. For now, it's good. I mean, they're two of the bigger stars on NXT, obviously. They're going to go to the main roster. But for them, I think the size of Alistair and you know, the high flying moves of Ricochet, it just works together. And hell, it was a really good match. Once again, all the matches tonight were good.
Absolutely.
But they put on a good show, and rightfully so, continue their winning streak. Keep it going.
What you guys thinking?
I think that they're going to go for the win, especially since I mean, I know they're going back and forth, but I think it's more of a tease, and they're going to go back down to NXT. Because I think Gargano's going to be called up very soon.
You really think they can go back after the call-up? You really think they can? I don't know,
Well, they
man.
haven't been official. Like, I mean, is it really a call-up if they're still
I think so.
at NXT? Because if it's a call-up, then you just... Like,
I think it's
Yeah, you don't show up back on NXT.
Yeah, but I think it was a compromise between Vince and Triple H. To be completely honest with you, I think it was a compromise. Man, like, listen, they still got to come down here and wrestle, but you can borrow my guys as long as until I get done doing what I'm doing with them. Because I'm telling you, I think that's it, man. They've been up. We're not talking about like a Royal Rumble thing. Like they've been here like weeks in a row. They had a tag team match on Raw.
They're not losing, okay?
And they're not losing either. Like I think it's more than we think, and maybe they're doing double duty. Listen, man, they getting paid, man. They can do that.
Oh,
they can go to
yeah,
SmackDown.
that
They can go to
check
Raw.
is nice.
Yeah, that check is lucrative, man. So
Did you guys see the picture of someone posted? It's like Marilyn Manson and Will Smith are together, and they put it as
that's
a
pretty
poster.
funny. That I wouldn't.
was
That's
pretty
actually
funny.
pretty much what I see. Besides one is just way more talented than But anyways, let's.
they both have good looks, good characters, and I can
Yeah.
definitely see them on the main roster.
absolutely.
I just don't think, given what's transpiring now, that they're going to go officially up right now.
Or maybe they're putting them on their main roster so people can see NXT. Because
Correct.
you don't know their ratings or what.
Ain't nobody
you
paying
know.
$9.99 unless they're a fan.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the real fans pay $9.99. Listen, we all know that the real fans pay for subscriptions of certain things. Other people just like I said, they watch USA. And
No, not
WWE's
the real. I mean, the commercial fans, the people, the real wrestling. I guess indie or whatever you want to call them.
Here
They're
you
the ones
go.
that are streaming stuff online. They don't pay for a damn
You
thing.
know what,
okay?
man? You know what?
Hold up.
No, he might be right about that. Let me take
Yeah,
that back.
they get stuff for free.
Because everybody I know that he's right. Everybody that I know that really is a wrestling nerd, they still that's what they do. They pirate. They don't pay like the hardworking man that Mack does. They pirate, man. Jim is absolutely right. You indie people be stealing.
Right.
They
And
really do. I ain't saying you.
The kids and families,
They
those
steal.
are the ones that pay for the
Oh my
network.
God, Evan! I know this website you can go to get free wrestling. Free
Yeah.
wrestling? What you mean free wrestling?
Yeah.
My free wrestling's on the network.
They know about stuff that you never even heard of. And they're
$9.99.
streaming it and getting it.
How you streaming it? Where you get it from?
I'm
Oh,
paying
you know,
it.
I just-
I'm paying
I-
it myself.
I mean, in a way, you're true because I do stream Monday Night Raw because I don't have cable.
Yeah, but if you're watching other promotions like Impact or Ring of Honor, and then you're trying to look for those, then you'll probably stumble on NXT as well. So it makes sense.
DJ Simpson, I pay. Listen,
You're official now.
Oh my God, no, we're just trolling. But it's very interesting. It's so true. It's true. We get to this part like backstage with Keith Lee. I'm feeling Keith Lee a lot.
I like his. Remember I text you? I like his intro music.
Music's awesome.
He sings it. He raps it.
Dijakovic.
My boy.
Oh yeah, I know. I was about to say. I know you feeling this dude.
This
man.
guy, we're talking about future world champion
See,
kind
and
of
this
guys on the main roster. This guy has it
And
all.
this is why I want to RKO you right across this table.
This
right
guy
now.
has it all.
This is why
Tell
I
me what
wanna-
he's missing.
This
he
is why
has
I wanna-
nothing missing. The
As-
complete package of you're talking about a prototypical star wrestler.
As soon as this show's over, I'm gonna Stone Cold Stone you. I promise.
Hey, I'm gonna get Djokovic to come and be my bodyguard, man. That's what,
Listen, this is my problem. He said, Jim, you cannot recognize box office, man. How you gonna tell me that my dude Matt Riddle ain't box office, but this dude's box office?
compared to
You see,
Djokovic.
this is why I can't. I cannot. He got all the two. He was like, this guy, he's the and the future NXT champion. And you might be right. That's the crazy part.
that
you
dude
could
can
be right.
fly. Did you see him do the backflips
I was
and all that
impressed.
stuff?
I was
mean,
very
So
he's
can
impressed.
Ricochet.
so
So
agile.
can Aleister Black.
This dude's like 6'7".
You just told me.
So is Ricochet. Ricochet's like 6'7".
you just told me he could flip. That was your argument. You said he
He can flip. He's got the look. He's got the charisma.
So
I mean,
does a
he's
lot
the
of people on
perfect heel.
NXT.
He's the perfect heel.
He's great. I like him. I do like him a
This
lot.
dude is a future star. I'm telling you, on the main roster.
Yeah, in like 5 years.
5 years, easy.
It's not like in 1 or 2.
They don't have that time. Okay, this dude's gonna be on
Wait,
really
the
quick.
main roster doesn't have that time? You see how many people they have in the locker room for the main
So
roster?
many people.
Well, they don't have stars. That's what we're talking about coming up.
See, you see how I go? You see where we
Let's
go?
just play the tape. We're
All
not
I
even
just-
going to get into that
All
argument.
I wanted to know is, I just want to know your thoughts on the backstage thing. I like the old school element to it. I like that they going at each other.
Two
a
big
little
guys,
bit.
perfect.
And I know you like this guy. I don't know why you gushing over this dude. I don't know why.
good.
How he is massaged them in a certain way. His feelings is just, and he just.
Ricochet is 5'9".
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And he said,
He about to
I
talk
was
to
going to
me,
say, I'm like Undertaker's height, if that's the case, if Ricochet's like 6
At
something.
least he about your time. He said your height, girl.
Well, I mean, someone who
Oh
knows
my
everything
God.
about India, I would think you would at
Okay.
least be in the
Oh
ballpark.
my
I know
God.
everything about Indy. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that guy is 100 and something pounds.
Dan's with you though, Jim. Dan's with you, man. He's like, I think he's good. I'm not disagreeing at all. I think you could be right about he does have all the tools.
Yeah.
Whether he's better than my guy Riddle is a different story. I don't know about that.
We'll get to that later.
We all
We'll
came-
get to that
we
later
all
on the
came-
show.
So we get to this next match, the Forgotten Sons versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. The Forgotten Sons win this match. Like I said, all these matches were amazing tonight, amazing for different ways. They all can wrestle well together. They're all in the Performance Center together. They're all making each other look good. No one's trying to one-up each other. Everyone goes at each other in a spectacular way, giving these fans a full sell what they're paying for and what they're coming for. Whatever, it's incredible. I could tell the fans were shocked that the Forgotten Sons won.
Why?
Because it's crazy because I didn't know how over Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch were. They were pretty over, but they were the Forgotten Sons to me clearly should have won the match. I'm glad they won the match. Anissa Barr, what are your thoughts on the match and what do you like about these tag teams?
I think that these guys can go a little far. No, they're not going to win it, but I think they could go far to maybe not the final round, but maybe the final before that.
Forgotten Sons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like anything about them, Jim? Or
I love them.
I do
There's
too,
nothing
bro.
to not forget. They are not forgotten in my mind. These dudes look the part.
Dude's like,
They are imposing. They are. That's a faction right there. You know, I'm talking about like factions that can make an impact later on in the main roster. These guys are someone to look out. They can go individually. You can separate them if you want to later on. Right now, they're perfect as they are. They're going to cruise through this division. Maybe they're not going to win the titles yet, but they're here to stay.
This tag team will won. One of them looks like Elias's brother, but
Seriously, right?
This tag team reminds me of when Bubba Ray Dudley was in Impact and they did Beer Money, the tag team. This reminds me of them just a little bit. But I do believe that they can go far, especially in WWE.
Bosa said there's no story to the Forgotten Sons, and they're in the semifinals at WTF. What do you think? What say you?
Well, it's one of those things too. It's where they're good. I want to see more. They're good wrestlers.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things in WWE that what makes you stand out and get that star power is like the right storyline for people to attach themselves. So that's the only thing that I want to see. That's why I'm like, they're good, but
Yeah, my whole thing about nowadays is, damn, who can't wrestle now?
Right.
Like, especially on these rosters. Man.
yeah.
Gone are the days you can just weasel your way into this. Man, listen, women, men, I don't care who you are. Like, they can wrestle, man. So, like, you got to do more than wrestle nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
There used to be a time you could just walk out and just, I have a gimmick. Man, everybody can wrestle now.
Yeah.
Man, they can just, go and go and put on match of the year after match of the year and burn TakeOver down every time they
Ever
have a
since
pay-per-view.
NXT started, everybody
Everyone
started
to be able to wrestle,
amazingly.
and it's not just because of the talent, which is a huge thing, and they've been cutting their teeth on the indie scene, and they've been cutting their teeth elsewhere, MMA or whatever. It's because Triple H is demanding this, man. The Performance Center is demanding a better product, and you can't just roll up off the street and just be somebody that knows somebody that has somebody and just get in there. And if you do, you have to work hard. You remember the one cat that won Tough Enough?
Yeah.
He was lazy. He got a contract and everything based on being popular with the fans and did not want to work.
And looking like a different version of Roman Reigns.
Seriously, but just did not want to work, and they bounced him out of there. So it's not, you just can't be popular anymore.
Well, yeah. It's like even with the athletes that they get now. It's the athletes that they get now are athletes who are like hard workers. Their talent just wasn't gifted to them. So it's just one of those things where it's WWE wants to maintain their, first position as when you think of wrestling, you think of WWE. So in order to do that, you need to have the best talent. However, when you have the talent but you're not giving them good storylines, that's what I'm finding with, Raw and SmackDown. It's just like you have all these people in the locker room and you see them once or twice. Like it's one of those things like now you're just hoarding this talent and you're not, either use them or let them go somewhere else so you can see them, because no matter what, you can't stop time. So eventually everybody's gonna get old, and then
True.
you know they're gonna pass their prime. So that's kind of my thing. It's like, yeah, I understand you guys want this talent, but if you have the talent, they're in the locker room.
And the same thing as them calling them up so early. It's like, do it every single year after WrestleMania. Just that should be your annual call up.
Oh yeah, let me be. Since you said, I'm glad you said that, TK, about other promotions. Let me be clear. I'm so tired. I am so tired of these other promotions. Y'all, none of y'all better than WWE, man. I'm done, man. I'm so tired. I'm so sick. I'm so. I don't give a damn. AEW ain't done nothing yet. I am so sick and tired of people coming on this social media waves and talking about the end of WWE. Are you crazy? They just signed a deal with Fox, ain't even put it on Fox yet.
Yeah.
That's money they ain't even touched yet. I am so sick and tired of people that were in WWE to leave another company to go to another company talking about they better than WWE.
Yeah, and how delusional you're. Like, go on my reach so I can go to XYGPX or whatever the hell it's called. You know, whatever promotion. So what? So 10 people can come visit you and see you wrestle? No.
Am I allowed to say, can we wait and see, please? Because I'm all for every other promotion. But what started annoying me is everyone wants to be the death of WWE. Why can't we all just get along?
Well, WWE is not going anywhere.
Then y'all need to stop.
That's one thing. So there's a couple elements. So if you're the viewer and you want to see, you know, wrestlers do their thing, then WWE might not be like the might not be the thing for you. If you're a wrestler and you don't want to be, you know, traveling 4 or 5 days a week and you know have such a rigorous schedule and go somewhere else, you can now, especially female, I can speak to now as a female wrestler, you can make a career doing different promotions.
I am all for that. What bothers me is I know y'all ain't patting yourself on the back for selling the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to sell the Superdome? Come.
We'll see how they sell out. We'll see how they really pack it in there and afterwards.
And this is not about AEW. This is about people trying to the death of WWE when they ain't even got a TV deal yet.
True.
Are you serious right now? Come on, I just want to ask everybody to relax, man, and stop trying to kick to the side the big dogs, man.
I think what's happening is people are getting frustrated with WWE because you know, when you get to a certain level, you become complacent. So I think people are getting frustrated with WWE and they just kind of want to like, okay, well they don't want the end of it, but they want a change of what the current format is. So I think people are just getting frustrated with that because like sometimes you would watch SmackDown or Raw and you have like a 3-hour show and you have a couple matches and you're like, the
monopoly.
Yeah,
you don't want the monopoly thing.
I'm all for like every brand. I just don't like people talk about the death of something else. We can all get along.
Oh yeah.
Can't we all just get along? Right. Everybody's doing their thing. Let everybody have their moment in the sun. Damn, stop trying to get rid of my product, man.
Who you talking to? Jesus.
Damn, girl. I be all over these platforms. I'm like, if I hear one more person.
Okay, Jim Jr.
Come on.
That's right. We're going to reveal a twist later at the end of the show. I think I have my bodyguard all right.
Jim has a twin. No. So all of a sudden, the Dream enters, man.
That's right.
I love the Dream.
The Velveteen Dream. And I'm starting not to like the Dream, but we'll get to that. The Dream comes in, man.
Just got here.
Yeah, but he's here a little too fast. Little too quickly with the title, but we'll get to that later, man. Told you when I go home, I recharge, reassess, get more power. I gain strength in Pennsylvania. And then I come back, and I start talking trash about everybody I don't like. Then the real box office superstar, which I told you, didn't I tell you was coming? Look how fast he's already about to get a title shot. And you were over there like,
and look how fast Velveteen cut the light out on him. We can't have this guy talk. And that's Velveteen spoke to me.
And you need to stop acting like Velveteen's like this great talker too, by the way. He's still puttering through his promos too.
His character sells his talk. He doesn't even need to say words. His character just
character sells, and how long is his character going to be able to back him up?
So smooth when he says anything.
Wait, are you being serious right now?
That's a heart attack. This is only a persona on this thing, but my opinions are 100% true. This is me. I'm just over animated until I get off the screen. I'm like, hi, TK, how you doing? But this is all. I'm speaking from the truth.
Are you saying you liked his character until he got the belt?
Absolutely, absolutely. He is not. No way he's ready to have that title. Oh my, that's the equivalent of the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, and why is Matt Riddle challenging for it? Is the question.
Box office.
Where? We need to cut him out.
Mack Riddle's more box office than Velveteen Dream?
Craziness.
Stop question.
Craziness.
Stop question.
I almost
no one has to agree with me. That's the beautiful part about opinions. Anissa, what say you?
Matt Riddle is everything.
Such as?
Such as, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Tell me why. Why
I
he's
told you
such a...
last week why he's a box office.
Box
and
office?
Clearly, a lot of people agreed with me.
Box office.
I don't hear any reasons. I can tell you my reasons why he's not.
Reasons, I guarantee Matt Riddle will probably kick his ass and win that belt.
I will die if he wins that title.
yeah.
Because I don't see that happening, but that'd be awesome.
Why? With his stellar promo work or his character?
No, he could bring in his MMA skill, obviously, because he has that background. Velveteen Dream doesn't have that. He's just...
This is an MMA, if you didn't... This is
Oh,
NXT WWE.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ronda Rousey came in WWE. This is MMA, but she's doing MMA moves in the ring.
Got a point
Okay.
there.
Shayna Baszler does MMA moves in the ring.
Got a point there.
That's why she's still a champion.
And
Yeah.
and they're not him. They're different wrestlers.
Because Matt Riddle is very, very popular with everybody. And he's gifted, he's talented. Tell me, like, he's only been in indie wrestling for 2 years and then got signed.
He's pretty impressive.
Explain
That's
to
pretty
me
impressive, though.
What
Well, I think they
wrestler was
Can't cut a
signed?
promo.
I think-
horrible, like, lame gimmick.
Because, to be quite honest, if you work in the indies, you don't really do a lot of promo work.
Touche.
Well, they should start doing it if they ever want to make it on a main show
They
and
have
actually
to
have
if they
something
don't-
with
Well,
a
that's
career.
why you have NXT, because that's part of
Absolutely.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. With Matt Riddle, he does have that MMA background, but the thing is, like, you have, and this is coming because I think there's another MMA fighter that might be coming.
So did
over
Tank
too.
Abbott. How did that turn out?
What I'm saying though, at the end of the day, is like Ronda Rousey can put somebody in an armbar and break their arm.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is wrestling and this is WWE, so it's like, okay, you come from MMA background and you have a different skill set, but that doesn't mean in this particular NXT Dream and Matt, like in real life, Matt will probably beat up Dream, maybe, because I don't know Dream's background.
That's
You
good
know,
from
he
DC.
might be a
I don't know.
scrapper.
Who gives him the DC, though?
Yeah, he might be a scrapper, so I don't know.
That'd be close.
But in the ring, I just think at the moment, like Matt needs to like he could challenge it as for a story, but him to get the belt,
No.
I'm not.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, I
can
don't
he
see that.
work? Can he work a match? That's the thing.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm not. Don't give me. I like Velveteen Dream. It's
I like him, but I don't know if when and if he gets called up, provided he's cool in the
Also-
locker room. I don't know if his character will.
And
cross
also,
over
if the
properly.
rumors are true, he needs to dial it back with the ego in the
Yeah.
back of the locker room too.
Mm-hmm.
If those see, because that's everybody that's coming at me in the chat. They understand the nuances of what I'm talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about certain things.
He's
that
it's kind of like it's the same thing what Lana's doing.
he had to be careful with
You
that.
know, Lana, the reason why Lana and Rusev are not on the main roster is because she started doing that salty stuff.
You got to be careful. Be careful because
Well, she did the
it's-
salty stuff before and she got rewarded. Now they're
now-
like, you can't do that.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream is almost like
Lana's proven though, and
oh
she's
my
been
gosh.
moneymaker, and Velveteen hasn't proven
What's his
anything
name?
yet
Quite,
in that
quite,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream locker wise, people just don't.
be
are-
careful.
Are allegedly not feeling him. Period.
That's what they.
I think if you go back and watch the Tough Enough when he was
That's
on
what
it,
I was saying.
I feel like this
if you
is-
can't see it, oh God, he's a douche.
Right.
He just is, man. Like, but I'm just saying, just don't let that get in the way because they strapped the rocket ship to him. So it's either gonna create a monster and make it worse, or he's gonna get humbled by it.
I wonder what his ring gear is gonna be like. He's gonna have Matt Riddle on the side and put like MMA stuff.
I
on
do
the
like
other
I said,
side.
I love his persona. Listen, when you Jack Prince, man, he's doing it well. You do the best you can do the best you can. Then we get to the Sky Pirates promo. Io Shirai, Bianca Belair will be next week for the #1 contender match against Shayna Baszler.
They just messed up. I hate what they did to her.
You mumbling and grumbling. What's going on?
Well, I mean, again, she's saying she's undefeated when she was defeated, and I think it was like 2 weeks ago when I discussed like I highly doubt Shayna's going to be called up sometime this year. I highly doubt we're going to go into 2020 with Shayna still being NXT.
Wow,
So
you think so, huh?
You
For
think Shayna's
sure.
going to still be in NXT 2020?
No. You say she's not, or she
I
is?
highly doubt she's going to be in NXT
I agree
by the
with
time the
that.
end of this year comes.
Yeah, I think this is it. I really think this is it.
So it's just kind of one of those things where you had those almost like how Asuka was undefeated, right? You had this setup where it's like, okay, her and Shayna could have gone at it. Something happened before her swim came out. She still has that thing, but now her crazily going like she's undefeated is like, but you're not undefeated, so therefore you don't deserve the title. I
hate that they're doing that
chance. So it's
undefeated
just kind of like
stuff.
the storyline's like all messed up. Where I think she had that perfect, like the road was right there.
You can salvage it. The only way is get her on a mic and tell her she needs to say, "In my mind, I never lost."
Yeah,
or,
clearly
I'm
it's in
undefeated.
her mind.
Yeah,
But
but
she
they
wouldn't
need
say
to
that.
announce it. But she does need to announce it because right now it's just like a falsehood.
And
'cause
it
it's
sounds
like crazy
it's
talk.
ridiculous. And also, like I said, they could have protected her. All they had to do was like do a DQ or something.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she'd still be undefeated.
True.
Guys, you
And you had that storyline. You could have had them going back and forth, and you had that all set up. Now it's just kind of like, if Shayna were to leave after WrestleMania, then things are getting murky.
Yeah, you in the chat says undefeated literally is a mindset that makes sense, but it really doesn't though. A mindset doesn't mean it's true though. You can think whatever, but if you lost, you lost.
Yeah,
it
changes the aura.
Yeah.
I think about a lot of things, man. My mindset, man, I want $1 million, man,
Yeah.
so I'm rich.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, if you're in a race and you come in last, but you're like, I'm still first. Well,
No.
yeah, in your mind,
Hey,
but
but
you're
you
not
lost,
getting
though.
that money. So
But when other
it
people
doesn't
on
make sense.
the podium and they get the gold medal, I'm a winner. That's
in your heart.
Yeah, listen, that's when my daddy
be.
be like, bro, you lost. That builds character. You lost. You suck today, Evan. Oh, thanks, Daddy. Love you too.
Shannon Sharp Jr. over here.
No. Let me be very clear. Let me nip that in the bud once and for all. I am my father's son. I don't get anything from Shannon Sharp. Evan Mack is the product of Barry Mack. Don't ever put them two together. Barry Mack, Shannon Sharp wish he was my dad.
Okay, but
First of all,
are they not from? They're not from the
He
same.
from Georgia. My dad from Mobile.
Okay.
His father, my father's father, got way more swag than both of us put together. Shannon Sharp wishing. Don't ever say Barry Mack. Don't ever say Shannon Sharp again.
So Barry Mack Jr. over
That's
here.
my girl. There you go. Lord, I said I can't let her do that no more, Daddy. I'm Daddy. I couldn't let her
Wait,
do it.
your dad called me
I
out?
couldn't. He's like, that's me. I said, I know.
Sorry, Mr. Mack Sr. My bad. I'll get it right.
So we got. So Nisa Bar, who do you have winning next week? Is it Bianca just outright, or you think EO got it?
I think Io's gonna do it. As much as I do like Bianca, I like her a lot, but I feel that they're gonna move on and do Io.
You think so?
Shirai.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. Just because we haven't seen her fight. We haven't really seen her.
This might be her
wrestle as
time.
much, but it might be her time, and then maybe the next time we'll see Io versus Bianca Belair.
Do you like that idea? Before you went on the show, do you like the idea of like them making the two, the Japanese are like a coalition? Do you like that idea of putting them together and like kind of having them move up and then face people for the tag team title? Do you like the Sky Pirates being a tag team champions? Do you like that prospect?
why not?
Or or would you rather her just be separated from her and then kind of?
No, because I think that if Io doesn't win this NXT title, then it's going to be them two versus maybe Bayley and Sasha.
I like that.
That's
too.
what a lot of people kind of want, and maybe that's what they're looking for in the future. There's
that?
not a lot of women tag team right now. I mean,
Truly.
Tina Nox, I believe she's still injured. I could be
Iconics.
wrong. Well, I'm talking about the women in
mean in
NXT.
NXT? Oh, God, yeah, for
there's
sure.
not as much women in the NXT being a tag team, especially last week they kind of like put some together. So I don't know. So we'll see.
Man, what do you think, Jim? You like them as a tag team?
They're good as a tag team, yeah. Keep them together.
You wouldn't care if you see that going on beyond?
No, they're not winning any singles titles or anything like
don't
that.
think so?
No, it's Bianca is the next one in line. I mean, that's been built through.
You would think, right?
I would think and I would hope,
Just
but
don't know anymore.
I think what will happen is that if Shayna gets called up, it'd be Io, and then they're gonna do Bianca trying to challenge for that title, because it's almost like the thought process might be, okay, well, if we give her the title now, then who do we have?
Yeah, you're saving time for her, basically. You're buying time. I can see that.
Bianca's not getting called up anytime soon, like as far as within the next 6 months.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So we know Shayna's going up, and I would think, even though they're probably not ready, the Four Horsewomen, they're going to go up too, because it just makes sense, even though they're not ready to go up. So it just seems like.
But isn't Ronda like supposedly leaving?
That's the thing. That's what they say.
She just did an interview today, and she said she's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The rumor is she wants to start a family, but it's not one of those things where like, hey,
it needs to happen right now.
Yeah, like it's happening right now. So according to her, and it might not be, because she said she wasn't going to be wrestling, and then she showed up. She was in Brazil, and then she showed up at I think it was wherever. So it's just like, you don't know.
She didn't know.
However, I don't think she's gonna leave without having the Four Horsewomen together.
Has to.
You have to, because she leaves and has a baby, then the possibility of that happening is, you don't know who's going to get injured, all this stuff. So you have to do it before
she needs
you
to
leave.
bring them up.
Yeah.
And maybe someone's talked to her about the business and let people know what happens where you can't just go off and do that, though. Even Ronda can't. Some people don't understand is when you make those decisions in that industry, you go spend 9 months. That 9 months turns into a year, and you come back and maybe they don't want you to come back. I'm not saying that's the case.
I don't think that was Ronda.
I'm just saying. But she still doesn't understand that kind of business. UFC, you can go away for 2 years and you can be in the main event.
Right.
WWE is different. I'm just mean from a pecking order standpoint.
Yeah,
you can
things
turn
are
your
moving.
back. Oh goodness gracious! Like there's only a few wrestlers can just come. Like right now,
Remember
CM Punk can be
Finn
the main event
Balor?
WrestleMania right now.
remember Finn Balor?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
But there's some wrestlers that it does supersede though. Like CM Punk, he'd be like, yo, he could be main event of WrestleMania right now.
Yeah.
Right now against anybody. But I don't know if Ronda has that cliche. I think someone might have been like, yo, you might, if you want to do that, do that. But I just want to let you know you might not.
Well, she has it media-wise, as far as with wrestling fans.
Yeah, for
that she
sure,
might not
for
have.
sure.
So because obviously WWE is catering to two different people. It's like, you know, when they do these Ronda storylines, it's not for the wrestling fans, it's for mainstream media. So ESPN
100%.
will talk about it, CBS will
They
talk about it.
really, they all pick it up.
Right, they all pick it up. So like obviously that's why, and not taking away from her talent, but she still needs to build on it. Like she's not Charlotte Flair.
Right,
So-
exactly. She's still new in that way.
So, guys, we got the Street Profits versus Mustache Mountain. I love Mustache Mountain, man.
Me
I do.
too.
Love him. Mustache Mountain wins in a shocker, I believe.
That was a shocker.
Jim, take me through the match. What do you think about the match? What do you think
Yeah,
about the
I
result?
thought Street Profits, TK have been kind of waiting for them to grab that opportunity, and here they go. They lose in the first round, so that was surprising, the result.
Weird.
But the match was good. I mean, I like the Mustache Mountain guys.
They're
Now
awesome.
you do?
Oh.
Listen, I like Tyler Bray. I like Tyler Bray. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Bears' third string quarterback.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Getting the sports mixed up. I heard it.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, so I liked him since I saw him and Pete Dunne in Chicago.
Awesome,
Okay,
bro.
like he was sold with me in that sense. So the guy can wrestle for sure, and this is a reason where a small guy like him can get over because he's an extremely good wrestler.
Wait a
Like, he's an
minute.
elite.
Wait a minute. See, now I know you just hating on Johnny now. Come on now, Jim.
He's a better wrestler than Johnny is.
What?
Yeah. You kidding me?
No, you did not just say
They
that.
have two different
Yeah.
styles.
They do have two different styles.
Yeah, they're
but
different styles, but he's
Now I
pure
know.
wrestler.
What the hell? What?
You have to understand, he
Jim.
does British, he's more British strong style. And
Yeah.
Johnny's more American.
But he's more well versed because he can fly too.
Now I know you hating on Johnny for no reason now, man. They are the same size, man. They are the same size, man.
No, this guy.
What did Johnny do to you, Jim?
Nothing.
I can't believe you just said that, man. I can't believe it. Jim, man, yo, chat roll. Can you please? I cannot, man. Because I love this dude. Would you? They the same size.
I'll take Tyler Bray, the quarterback, over
Bait,
Johnny
man.
Gargano.
Bait. He's on the quarterback.
I feel like they're not really. The Street Profits
Out of his
has some type of
mind.
like good characters, like what they're trying to do, but it seems like they're not doing anything with them. It's like they
Split them up, maybe.
No.
At this point,
they
Do
would
that.
die.
I don't know.
Well, I think Montez would go up. I think Angelo won't.
And
I
do
think,
what? Hold a plastic cup the rest of his career?
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's like I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, that they've kind of developed this characteristic persona, and then NXT's not using it. It's like they win a match, they might not win another match. I expected them to at least. I'm not seeing their pathway like I'm seeing Bianca. Like Bianca, you have like 2 or 3 ways to go with her. With them, it's just like, well. Are they just chilling? And then I can also see that they're just like low in the cut so much that they might get cut.
They got
Yes.
Black Man's Purgatory
It's
written
one of
all
those things
over
where
them.
it's just like, you know, they're not. NXT's not really using them.
I literally invented BMP for the Street Profits.
it looks
I
like it's
invented
happening.
that faction so they can fit right. They can nuzzle right into
Unless
it.
they switch up what they're doing.
Yes, put the plastic cup down.
It's okay, but it's just like
Are they a little Crime Time in a different version?
Crime Time way better than that.
Yeah, I mean they were
Way
way
better.
over in that sense, but
Not athletically, but way better.
With
shtick.
character, yes.
Oh, come on.
for sure. Yeah, no, those guys could really talk the mic up.
But I did see them in a recent at an indie show, and they were pretty good. And let's just say Shad went through a freaking wall.
I've no
they
doubt.
They won a belt like on it, and they have like 2 belts.
Evolve, I think.
Yeah. So like I mean they have skill. I think Montez has more skill. But it's just like they're not doing anything with them, because you have some people who they're talented as far as wrestling, but they don't have any character. And it's like Street Profits, like they're growing as far as their talent.
Absolutely.
And they have a persona, they have a character, but it's like, oh, all right, you guys can. This week, guys, is good. Like you're not doing anything.
Black Man's Purgatory is real. I know people think it's not, but it's very real.
Yeah.
Because you keep finding, because how many times have you heard somebody come on this panel like TK or somebody else be like, man, they're talented, they're strong, they're big, they're fast.
They got a gimmic.
Why, they have a gimmick, they have this, they have XYZ, they cured cancer, and they have not won a title.
And then
there's one underlying meaning. They look like me, Jim. And it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's a bad look for them to lose in the first round.
Why do you think people are having a coronary that Kofi might be in WrestleMania main event? Why is it such a big deal? Why? Because he never had the opportunity. But it's the same thing. It's the BMP.
Kofi had his chances along the way. He's been around for these guys haven't been around long enough. They're still young and up and coming. Kofi's been there for over a decade. Let's say his time has passed. So
I hear you, brother. Just like Mark Henry's time has passed. I could go for days and days and years he's all. How long did it take him to get a title?
Yeah, it took him. But that character was his best work, though. When he went heel, it was legitimately his best.
He was
work.
heel like his whole career.
Yeah, but when he went straight up heel against Undertaker and stuff like that, Mark Henry, I like that Mark Henry.
That's why everyone's freaking out about Velveteen, man.
You know, what Mae Young thing, Mark Henry.
People are freaking out about Velveteen because they're like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. I go, well, I'll wait. I'll wait because you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the title. No disrespect to the North America title. I'm talking about the title.
Yep.
Goodness gracious me. Street Profits down in one round.
Bad.
It's like that. Gone.
Not good.
BMP, Undisputed Era in the main event versus DIY that they reunite, which I thought was amazing. They played it off very, very well. He even brought back the old school theme song. I like it. Yo, boy. Yo, boo, Johnny Gargano.
That's right, my boy. They call him DIY. Now I know why, because
oh my God,
Ciampa did it by himself. Do it yourself. So he did it on his own. I mean, he was carrying the match. He was in the ring majority of the time. Gargano was just flying around like outside of the ring and high-fiving his marks. But Ciampa was doing the work in the ring. He was doing the wrestling.
See, listen. Let me tell you something right now. This is how I know, man. It is so personal, man. I'm gonna figure it out. I've got my investigators out there.
Nothing personal,
It has to be Jim because let me tell you why. It actually was the exact opposite because Tommaso has a neck problem. Therefore, Johnny was carrying the match. Watch the match again. Johnny Wrestling was carrying the match
Look at his face. He doesn't even wanna.
Because I'm telling you, it's factual. Watch Tommaso's in the first part of the match. He's outside.
Tommaso was really good in the ring tonight.
You think his neck just hurt like tonight? His neck was hurt, bruh.
And that's why he's such a champ of a wrestler, man, to carry with an injured freaking neck. Like he's going against two guys tonight and almost single-handedly pulls it off besides that little assist from Johnny when it was all over at the end.
So maybe you want to explain yourself, Evan. So Jason in the chat says Velveteen Dream is black and he's a champion right now.
Oh, did he just give me one wrestler after all their history of wrestling?
I'm just shit.
Because we don't have a long show. It's about 45 minutes, so I can't break down everything I'm talking about right now. But since he's having trouble, I mean the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
He just threw out Velveteen Dream in the history of wrestling to refute what I just said.
Yeah.
And The Rock doesn't count.
And Ron Simmons having such a short run when he should have been multiple times.
Y'all know I'm right about this, man. This ain't got nothing to do with this. Can we stop? Because facts back me up. This ain't opinion. Do the facts. Why? Because why ain't Big E been champion? Stop.
Don't talk about the pancakes.
Stop. Way before the pancakes when he was with Zig. Come on, man.
Kofi, he was at a great point at some when he was. Remember, he was going that feud with Orton, and they wrestled that no holds barred match. Like that was the high of Kofi at that point when they had that feud with Orton, and that's the time they could have put him into that level, that championship main event. Now it's like water under the bridge. Too many pancakes have been thrown for him to be in a world title contention.
Yeah, BMP. But we can sit here and act like it's all my and all we want. That's fine. That's cool.
Let's talk about Johnny Gargano more in that main event.
I was trying to until the chat room lost their mind. But talk to me about this match. I thought it was an amazing match as per usual, even though Tommaso was hurt and Johnny carried the match.
What a champion Tommaso is, really carrying with an injured neck and going out. I was impressed. I didn't even know he had an injured neck. That was something.
Because he's a gamer. He's a boss.
He's one of the best.
He's a beast. And his neck is hanging on by a thread, but he's still balling out. Talk me through this match and try to be nice because Johnny was a boss tonight, man. As per usual.
I tune out when that music hits. That, I don't know, punk rock-ish, whatever that is, that Flobo works out to. So I don't know how he can work out to that music.
How do you know he works out to that?
He said it. He said it on the show. He works out to that.
What's wrong with that type of music? You got a problem?
Who's talking about Johnny's?
Yeah.
That tapping song's terrible.
Yeah, that's not a workout, right? Not much getting done. Just drink up time instead.
DIY wins this match, and it's even more glaring now that we know what happened with Ciampa. And it's very, like I said, it's very unfortunate. Like I said, it changed the landscape of everything. Who knows if they were going to go and win the tournament? Who knows if that was going to be their plan? To kind of make a weird match at TakeOver for like tag title holders or going against each other for the NXT Championship. But now that upsets the apple cart. Just give me your early thoughts on who you think is going to win the tournament now that this is kind of throwing a monkey wrench and everything.
I don't know because we don't know who's going to be Gargano's partner. So it's so early into the game that we don't even know at this point since the situation happened. I mean, granted, if this never happened, I truly believe Gargano DIY would be at the final versus Mustache Mountain. Right.
Jim, what you got?
Is he out immediately, or is he going to do an edge and wrestle maybe one more match? That's too dangerous.
He's hurt, bro.
Yeah.
He's hurt,
Unless they did the tapings for all of this, so we don't know
which is
that
very
either.
True.
They could have taped it already. Yeah, it changes the whole landscape. Now it's like you lose your top guy on the roster, no question. And now what? Do you maybe hold back Alistair and Ricochet from jump into the main roster and give them a title run, or Johnny gets his title run and he reaches his mountain top of wrestling, in the WWE. He gets that title.
I have Ricochet and Aleister Black for winning, because I like even though they are going, like I said before, you're seeing them on the main roster. I don't think they're permanently there yet. Meaning based off the changes that are happening now, I think we still need them down, or still need them at NXT. So I have them winning. But again, it's really
it changes everything. I mean, you have a lot of work to do now with storylines wise, because you lost your champion. The guy's been literally the face of your brand, and it transforms everything. And this whole Johnny and Ciampa thing could have led to multiple things. Could have been a turn, whether Gargano turned on him later on. It could have set up a title match at TakeOver New York, or they could have been in the finals of the tag team. You had options. Now it just turns in his tailspin. And who steps up? Like, now who takes that mantle and steps up? That is a big question, because you're going to have a big main event for TakeOver New York. Besides this tag team, match for the title, there's a lot to be figured out, and they don't have much time to do it. Who's the guy to step up? This, like I said, Johnny could get that NXT World title, but that'll be it for him. Like, that'll be his, and it might be a good thing. That way they can keep him on NXT and not rush him into the main roster where he's going to get lost right away. That could be a best thing for him potentially.
And then we still have people that we're not seeing NXT that are at the Performance Center. So I think this is gonna you're gonna have more storylines, because we've seen that storyline with Johnny played out for a while, as far as their friendship back and forth and all this other stuff. So I think now, we're gonna see what's happening with Johnny, and then they need to bring a few other people to kind of fill in that storyline that was supposed to be there.
I want Pete Dunne on NXT.
I love Pete Dunne, bro.
Man, bring him in.
Watch him at UK,
love that dude.
He should be on NXT. He should be making his way.
Man.
He is on the UK.
I need him to be. I know
mean,
exactly what you said. You're talking about, like, people need to know, man. I was very fortunate to see him way in the beginning. Especially I was at Access. He was like one of the matches, like right front. I was like, this dude, unbelievable, stays with his character, does not break character for anything, anybody. He was coming out in the crowd and people swore, man. Even when he was like off at the signings, he does not break character. That's old school stuff, man. And he's a young man.
He's a bruiser. He's a brawler. I mean, he's got a character. He's got it all.
He really does.
Matt
bro.
Riddle could be NXT. I can't even say this.
I'm not gonna let you talk about bro.
I don't watch, because there's just way too much wrestling, but I don't watch the NXT UK, but I know that Dakota Kai was on NXT, but it's just kind of like I almost wish there was a little bit of crossover, because there's great talent.
But the thing, it's like, for me, I want to, if you don't know who Walter is, then I'm sorry. But
sorry.
Walter versus Keith Lee would be amazing. I mean, I wish I would get to see Walter on NXT, but Walter has rumors that he has something with the government of, that say, hey, we'll pay you to stay here. He has some type of
Some
Supposedly.
thing.
Yeah, I heard about it when I went to PWG. So that's why he won't come to America.
Ah.
He only comes to America for like PWG, and that's it.
Well, Keith Lee, I mean, he's another one where he has potential, but
Yeah.
you have to slap some type of character on him because he can't just be the nice sexual chocolate guy.
Yeah.
You don't think so? You don't think they can take him to the mountaintop?
No. Not in this era that we're in with so much talent. Like we need to. There needs to be something a little bit more.
Yeah, with that being said, let's wrap it up. Jim Alexander, tell all the lovely people where they can find you, man.
I don't know if they know how to find me, but if you do, it's at the Jim Alexander on social media. Real Talker, I have that Nikki Bella interview up. You guys know where I'm at.
Anissa Barr, what's good, girl?
You can follow me on all social media at Anissa Barr. And also, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jungle Boy. His dad, Luke Perry, passed away. His son is a professional wrestler. He saw him wrestle at PWG and all the indie shows, very big supportive. And Jungle Boy was supposed to wrestle at Bar Wrestling in a few days, but unfortunately, this situation happened. So hopefully, we get to see Jungle Boy come back and wrestle and do his thing because, we're all here for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I see people on we missed the TK's boudoir, but I'll give it to Keith Lee today. Just know who's it. But you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Velveteen Mack, Instagram and Twitter. We're gonna have a boudoir next week, man. We had a lot to get to. It was an hour and a half show, man. Lord have mercy. I was trying to get to Jim's sensibilities, man. I'm trying, y'all, to turn him over on this Gargano thing, girl. I'm trying, y'all. Y'all see y'all next week, man. Anissa will be with us permanently. We'll see y'all next week, y'all. Take care.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.